On a bright Sunday morning, we set off from Koidike landing site in a small boat driven by oars. The front of the boat pushes through a narrow path with sharp bends covered with water lilies. The 3-hour journey on a boat whose capacity is 8 people becomes very risky when the numbers swell to 12. Every Sunday, the boat ferries two catechists from Kobwin Catholic Parish to lead Mass at St. Julius Catholic Parish, Mabira, and St. Peter's Catholic Church, Katengeto. Among the travelers are children who live and study on the mainland but are returning to the island to collect school requirements from their parents. The children and catechists do not pay the boat fare, but the other passengers pay between 10,000 shillings and 20,000 shillings, depending on their negotiation skills. As we approach the island, the sight of grass-thatched huts with papyrus mats for walls welcomes us. Katengeto Island is located about 30 kilometers south of the Ngora District headquarters. The source of livelihood for the residents here is fishing and small-scale farming. However, according to Duncan Musani, the LC3 chairperson of Kobwin Sub-county, the absence of crucial basic amenities casts a shadow over their daily life.
Katengeto has got a population of over 1,500 people living in. It is just like a virgin place. It lacks all the facilities.
James Roberto Tim, the executive director of Moru Kakise Youth Development Association, a community-based organization, reveals that families rely on water from the lake for domestic and agricultural purposes.
The open cast defecation is really causing a number of challenges because what people defecate just goes to the lake, and now again the women go and fetch water in the lake. So without even any purification, people just take contaminated water.
Our team calls on people of goodwill to donate eco toilets to the residents.
So we need an urgent intervention in terms of water and sanitation. We have started providing water guard to them, and we are doing it monthly.
Although health workers from Kobwin Sub-county hold outreaches on the island, they are few and far between because several health workers are scared of the boat journey. Apulegeria Biobona, a mother of 7, explains their plight.
I developed labor pains at night and there was no transport means, so I gave birth from here. I was just lucky I gave birth normally, otherwise I would have died if I had any complication. My child is now 1 month old but hasn't gotten immunization because I don't have transport means.
Like immunization services, all schedules, we always go there, but of course the impact of going there, it needs a lot of facilitation. But we go there in maybe in a quarter, once or twice, looking at the funds.
The island lacks medical facilities, forcing the residents to rely on fish dealers to deliver life-saving medicines.
When one falls sick in this island, you explain your condition to the fish dealers and give them money, who will explain the same condition to any drug dealer who will eventually give the drugs.
We have always gone there to extend our sickle cell services to Katengeto. The last time we went, we got about 12 of them were having sickle cell, and they were not attended because there is no facility that side.
Women give birth with the help of untrained traditional birth attendants, who include men. 2 months ago, 42-year-old Florence Alupo gave birth to her 8th child.
When I developed labor pains, I tried to get to my mother but failed, so I gave birth from here. An old woman and some men came to my rescue. They helped me cut the umbilical cord and took me back home.
Accessing a private boat from the island to the mainland costs between 40,000 shillings and 60,000 shillings for a round trip, an amount many islanders cannot afford. In 2017, the sub-county procured an engine boat to help transport the residents to the mainland to access the necessary services. However, it broke down in 2021.
As a sub-county, we always wait money in quarters for maintaining this the engine board. But when it finds that there is no money to put it right, so the people really suffer.
Katengeto Island does not have schools, and school-going children are farmed off to the mainland to live with relatives and family friends.
A sizable number of people are living there and they have children, but government now needs to pick interest. The only unfortunate thing is that government seems to be having budgetary constraints.
Katengeto Parish has 2 villages, each accessed through different routes. When crossing from one village to the other, one needs to use a boat. The rising water levels in the lake, due to persistent rains, have rendered village paths impossible, adding another layer to the plight of the residents.